It's been a whirlwind of a week, but nonetheless, I'm here to give you the full recap of the major happenings. Mr. Lex rushed to the hospital, Coffee ripping up Instagram, and entertainment recap exclusive, plus our ECAP new music and more. I'm your host, Alicia. Let's get into it. Boy, I tell you, when all seems to be going well, here comes sickness. And thank God, Mr. Lex made it out alive and well. Dancehall artist Mr. Lex, whose given name is Christopher Palmer, was rushed to the St. Andrews Memorial Hospital on Sunday, January 23rd, due to a major respiratory issue. He made the announcement on Twitter that his right lung collapsed during a performance. He also stated that he was doing okay. The Mountain View native has been sharing his hospital journey with his fans on Instagram, also using the opportunity to make a PSA to those who smoke, saying, "Just going to leave this here for my friends who smoke." He says he's definitely not telling them what to do, but he definitely wouldn't want them to go through this, where every 12 hours is a different set of needles and medication. Celebrities such as Chanel Muir, Hood celebrity Tarrus Riley, The Sham, and more have been sending love his way. Wow, look at God to the rescue again. Can't stop believe. I'm just happy Mr. Lex is okay. Get well soon and rest up. Rihanna just doing big things all around. I mean, on top of being a national heroine for Barbados, she's out here giving away grants for climate change. She's just that phenomenal woman. Rihanna's Clara Lionel Foundation announced Tuesday that it is committing to $15 million in grants to climate justice organizations in the United States and the Caribbean. With funding support from Twitter's co-founder Jack Dorsey, these grants will go towards 18 grassroots organizations working to address the growing inequities caused by the climate crisis. Groups benefiting primarily from these grants include women-led organizations, youth, Black, Indigenous, people of color, BIPOC, and the LGBTQ+ communities. This also drives the focus of building community resilience through adaptation measures. A big thing this, CLF was founded in 2012 by Rihanna in honor of her grandparents, Clara and Lionel Brathwaite. Well done, Rihanna. You are going real good. That rip on Coffee I see. Oh my. A breaking the internet moment I see. Grammy Award winner for Best Reggae Album 2021, Coffee, showed off her tightly packed abs on Instagram on Wednesday, January 27th. She had the internet in a frenzy, as it's rare that her fans get to see her like that, other than the Calvin Klein campaign. I tell you guys, the gym is doing Coffee right. In the post made to Instagram, Coffee was seen standing in front of her mirror, holding her shirt, showing off her abs. Now look at that. Inspiration for days. Agent Sasko has shown a lot of support to fellow entertainer Ritical after changing his name to Pertical to rebrand his persona. In a recently aired interview on Winford Williams On Stage, Ritical made the bold and spontaneous choice to revamp his brand and identity. According to Pertical's remarks in the interview, he plans to shift his focus from the violent lyrics he has been putting out in the dancehall to a more uplifting sound. Here is what he said.
So the new Monica is a thing when we develop due to the fact that Ritical was known for King in a War, Cookie Jar, some other songs where I'm more on a violent perspective. So for the new year is purity. As in, you know the real word, purity. But in between that is me. So you know you're going to get a pure ritical.
Yes.
Which means I'm going to incorporate positivity fully.
A new attitude.
Yes, which empower positivity only.
Sasko reposted a snippet of his interview and some words of encouragement for Practical's relaunch over the weekend. This week, we have an entertainment recap exclusive, y'all. We have none other than recording artist Kalia in the building with us today. Shante. Yeah, so we have Kalia here. Hey Kalia, what's up girl?
Hey,
Yes, you moved to England at age 6. What was it like growing up in a household of Jamaican culture and then living in jolly old England?
Well, you know, I grew up in London, so it's very heavily influenced by Jamaican culture. So I was never too far removed from, you know, the dancehall, the reggae, the food. So yeah, it was, and I always came back and forth. Anyways, I wasn't stuck in London, so on summer holidays, I'm still there in Westmoreland, in Mobi, Trampo's the place. So yeah, I was still connected to my roots.
All right, well, that was a little bit about how you enjoy Jamaica, but to the real music now. You choose reggae as your music of choice, but you were living in England. Why not garage, since it was it is the popular music in England?
So actually, when I first started recording music when I was about 15, I was doing, you know, R&B stuff, but dancehall, reggae is my home. And so it just felt natural to me. It was something that I just wanted to continue because it felt like it was in my heart. I needed to do it.
What are your thoughts on the lyrical content in Jamaica coming from our music, both dancehall and reggae? And it is known to have an effect on the youths of today. You know, so they say the effect is a negative one, but what are your thoughts?
I don't know about that because music is an expression of life, but also life imitates art. So it's a circle of life. That's all I can say about that.
You could give a better answer because life does reflect art and vice versa. You have to have the balance. But let's go to Wildfire. You did that song featuring Dre Island. What was that like?
Well, it was a song that I had written months before Dre Island even touched it or even heard it. And it was just me paying homage to music and how music made me feel, how music healed me in certain, you know, situations. And we had a different hook on the song and wasn't really feeling the hook, so we kind of put it to the back burner. And while I was in London last year, September, Tony messaged me saying, you know, I think Dre would sound good on this. I was like, okay, Dre Island, yeah? The next 2 days later, I received an MP3 file and I listened to it and I was mind blown. Like, he literally encapsulated everything that I was saying in the verses in that hook, you know, wildfire in those 2 words. And yeah, the first time I met Dre was on the set of Wildfire, and he's such a cool person. We clicked just like that. And yeah, everybody's loving the song, everybody's streaming it, playing it on the radio, it's getting really good reception, it's entering charts. So I'm really proud and I'm happy. I'm excited for it to grow even more.
I like the Dre Island stuff for you. And trust me, the track was bomb. TheBomb.com. Yes, but they always say that breaking into your home audience is the hardest thing to do. And we know that as entertainers and performers. right? But what was it like for you, Kalia, to break into your Jamaican culture and performing and doing music to get these Jamaican people to like you?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, a Jamaican audience, I think as Jamaican people, we are hard to please. And for instance, if you do a show, you know, and they don't know your songs or they don't know who you are, they will stand in the crowd and look at you like this. So you think, am I doing a good job? I'm not sure. When you get off the stage, they might tell you, yo, you're going good enough, you're going good. But I was getting a lot of, as I said, traction in South America, in Africa, but Jamaica really wasn't checking for me until I released Easy. I think that song was so, everybody could relate to it. It was real. It was probably the first time I was so vulnerable on a track. And so, yeah, now I'm gaining more Jamaican support, but it's not something that troubled me because I do music for love. Whoever listens to my music is a universal language. So I'm just excited that people love it, near or far, it doesn't matter to me.
The pandemic come rushing in and it affected the industry crazily, massively. What were you up to during the pandemic?
Yeah, it's been really rough. A lot of virtual shows, which is weird, I will be honest with you, because the energy that you get from a crowd, feeling that bass line, hearing your vocals, then reciprocating it back, it's really difficult to recreate that on screen when there's like only crew in front of you. So yeah, I've been definitely taking time to look into myself. I've been learning the guitar. I've been up to a lot of other things. And yeah, I'm really just excited. I want to put COVID and the pandemic in the back of my mind. I'm excited to touch a stage again and for real people to be there. I can't wait.
Well, you've heard it. So, before you go away, Kalia, and you leave us here, what is next for Kalia? What is planned? You're touring, you have new music, videos coming out soon. What's next for you?
So for 2022, I'm bringing more releases, more collaborations. I won't say who, want it to be a surprise. Yeah, music videos, music. Even one of the songs I'm gonna release, you know, it addresses the part of the crime issues and, you know, the violent situation in Jamaica. You know, we have shows coming up in May. We're doing City Splash in London, and I can't wait for touch the real stage again and they're in front of real people. So just more niceness and we'll just continue putting the work.
On this week's new music, yeah, my favorite part of the show, Joshi back at it again with Energy. Chronic Law with Trickster. Ewa, just be yourself. If you're not a Barbie, you're not a Barbie. Me love myself. Ronnie Omar featuring Lyrical with My Darling. And Youngster with Fet Life. Take a look.
Emotions run wild sometimes. Love day I'ma feel me just like, but me never complain, never cuss life. No sacrifice, I feel up a work nights. None of this never happen from me first try. But they never know say a pressure bust pipe, and it make diamond to you better comply. To the occasion you must try.
Girl, you a trickster. How comes it up till look big up on Insta? Never see chopping on your face with the filter. Cut up like ginger. Right now you're not seeing no cocky devil finger.
Girl, you go like it. Come take a little wine on me, my darling. I want to feel when your waistline rolling. Just a little wine on me, my darling. I want to feel when your waistline rolling.
Now this one is called Fet Life. When you try beats Maddie and go make life. I asked for the Bush Dad alongside the Scalawag and the whole St. Mary crew. DJ Shella and DJ Ali, Nata Dali. Grand finale I'm out, Skilly Wee Wee.
I sweat one
hurt you. Get wild, that's what good girls do. Waist no stiff, of course I'm certain. Bend, then fling it in circles.
And on that note, thanks for watching PBCJ's Entertainment Recap. I'm your girl, Alicia. Follow us on all socials at PBC Jamaica. Let me say it again. Follow us on all socials. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn. Follow us on all socials at PBC Jamaica. Thanks to Air Candy Collection for me today. I love this red vibe because the Valentine is coming. Where's yours? Lonely! Yes, thanks to them. And remember to follow them at the Air Candy Collection on all social media platforms. If you have a story to share, email us at asteel@pbcjamaica.org. Oh, I remember, big up my team, cameraman, producer, assistant producer, editor, everybody who made this possible. And also, big up none other than you!